Hello, welcome back to the channel, guys. We are going to examine a prophecy today that I actually did last year, July 25th, 2023, guys. I'm going to basically play about 3 minutes of this. This was a Pepe prophecy, guys, and I believe it has not only come to pass, but we are watching the prophecy or the channeled message right from the subconscious mind, this channeled drawing. So we're going to play that and then we're going to talk about Pepe a little bit more. So I think when I looked at Pepe last, it was up like over 50%. And I'm not sure when they start calculating that. But when I gave this prophecy, Pepe was 5 zeros, 11. And today it is 4 zeros, 19 at the time of this recording. So let's jump right into this video today, guys. 1 second. So I am sharing the screen here, guys, and I'm going to set this up and then we're going to play this. So this was drawn from my subconscious mind. I'm going to try to point out a few things that you have to follow the photo so that way you can get the entire message, right? So the square off to the right is representing the market, right? The big circle in the middle is representing me, and all the data inside of that is what's going on, what I'm channeling from the subconscious. So I think I'm going to play the video now. I want to point out one other thing. Do you see those like dotted lines that are coming in a V point? So it's coming from the left and the right, and they're kind of dotted purple lines, and they're making like a V shape. This is very important because I believe I was channeling the V triangle pattern, which basically kind of gives you more data on how a security will move. Okay. And I'm going to tell you about that in a moment, but let's go ahead and play this of what I channeled from the subconscious mind on July 25th, 2023 regarding Pepe.
Guys, blue, red, blue, red. Democrats are blue, right? Huh. Democrats represent blue. If I'm not mistaken, the Democrats represent blue. The Republicans represent red, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, but this is what I'm getting. When did the market tank? During the Democrats. When the blue hats are in power. Pepe is being held back. Not just mean Pepe, it just means coins in general, because it's all dictated mostly on Bitcoin. It's being withheld from you. It's being purposely subdued. It's being purposely deceptive right now, blue. Deceptive energy being held back from you. So the peak of this bull market is going to be 2024, 2025. When what? If we get another president and they are a Republican, the Republicans get in office 2024, this could also mean that that's also too when it's going to happen. This is what's coming to me now. Keep in mind, this was drawn from the 88% of the subconscious mind. That's 88% of our brain power. I'm trying to explain it with the 12% of my conscious mind. But this is another scenario. And we're going to keep showing this and keep trying to figure this out. This could be when the Republicans, if they get voted in, this could very well be when it starts to take off. If you notice, isn't there an election in November? So let's say there's an election in November. They always want to make the market go up then. This is coming to me now. So that could also be why I see 11-3. I think the election on like November 4th or something, girl, something like that. That's why I see this is the 1st, this is the 2nd of November, and this is the 3rd. By the 3rd, you've got to already have taken your profits and exited out the market, the matrix, the world, a materialism. Take it out of the market. Okay, but now I'm starting to see, let's play a different scenario. This is looking like we're going to have this bull run here if the Republicans take office. So this could push us into 2024, 2025 as well. I'm just thinking right now, thinking out loud. Because if this represents 12, this represents 11. This also could be, this is the 1 o'clock position. This could also be January, right? The second could be represent February. And then 3, this could represent March. So this could also be a very between February and March.
Okay, so guys, this was the prophecy back in July of 2023 about Pepe. One thing I want to point out is that it's very interesting when you are just of source. Source feeds you information. I do this thing where I call it conversational channeling. So why I am explaining this drawing that I drew from my subconscious mind when I was not thinking of anything about stocks. All of those stars that you see, those stars, if you watch the video, and I'll link the video, the original video, those stars represent Pepe going 9x. So from where I saw it at back in last year, when it was 5011, these stars represent Pepe going 9x from that price point. I don't know how many X's we have passed so far, but that's what this represents. Now, it does not mean that you will catch it to go 9x. Maybe by the time you buy in, it 5x's or goes 6x. But from the time of the recording, the original recording of last year, to when I believe that source was saying this is going to move. First scenario it gave me was November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So originally, I thought maybe it's November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. But as I was talking here, explaining it, source chimed in and gave me another message that if you see those dots on the picture itself, you have it the red dot at the top of the circle, which is the 12 o'clock position. And then you have another red dot at the 3 o'clock, another red dot at the 6 o'clock, and another red dot at the 9 o'clock. This is representing a clock, which is also representing the months, the 12, months of the year. So when source came through to say that these dots could also represent the months, not just the day. So then that would mean that red dot in the middle is 12, representing December. And then just follow it like a regular, like watch. So then January, and then where the stars start to accumulate would be in the number 2 position, representing February. And then where the red dot at the bottom of the stars represent March. So starting in November, near the election, I said if we get a Republican president, this would start to go up. Now, originally, I did think it was 11-3, but if you think about it, it actually was 11-3 when the energy shifted into the House of the Republicans. Therefore, it started the timeline of Pepe going up. So that is a prophecy come to pass because the Republicans getting in is what actually allowed this. Pepe was being held back by the Democrats. That's why that arrow pointing down is in blue. And when the Republicans got in, all of that pressure from the market being held back. And remember, I kept talking about, I saw a vision of Bitcoin in bondage. I saw that Bitcoin had its hands around its back. It was being perfectly and purposefully withheld when the Democrats were in office. And possibly it was being withheld because it was not yet the season, because cryptos run in seasons, right? So I'm not blaming this on the Democrats. I'm just stating that actually the Democrats and Republicans actually came through in this prophecy here. And it was being withheld at that time so that it could get shot, from like a slingshot, get shot out and 9X in December, well, starting November, right? Election time, December, January, February, March. Okay. So that is the prophecy, guys, that I think we are watching it unfold. I'm also picking up the energy here of a rinse and repeat, if you guys know what that is. So this is not financial advice, girl. Don't go going. This ain't financial advice. And I wish I would have took my own advice. I didn't even buy that. I did not buy it, guys. I had so much going on. I was just dealing with a lot of stuff at the time. So I wish I would have taken my own advice, but this is cool. So the 9X is not over yet, even though Pepe has gone up, and don't go chasing, y'all. Don't go chasing nothing. If Bitcoin retraces, then I would suspect some of the other cryptos will start to come down a little bit, for entry, right? Not financial advice, but the other thing I am picking up on, yeah, I'm picking up on, oh, let me tell you about the V. Let me share this really quickly because I really should have known that this was going to break out. But like I said, I just drew it and then I kind of forget it after that. So remember I was talking about those lines, those purple lines going into a V from the left side and the right side, right? So when I happened to look up and what Spirit was telling me, this is a V triangle pattern, right? And so when I looked up the V triangle pattern, and it says V triangle pattern in stocks often some what? Hold on, wait a minute. Goodness, y'all, I'm going crazy. Hold on. Often simply called a V-shaped pattern, refers to a chart pattern where a stock price experiences a sharp decline followed by a rapid and strong recovery, creating a visually distinct V shape on the graph, usually signifying a potential bullish trend reversal and indicating a change from downward to an upward movement. Okay, so that's what I was channeling, and I channeled that right on the chart here. So it appears that Pepe was stuck in a pattern, and the pattern was basically representing a downtrend, which is why it was being held back. And so the downtrend was lining up with it being held back. But it's to signify that it's going to start moving upward, like swiftly. And remember, I kept saying in that video, I felt like Bitcoin is purposely being withheld like a slingshot. You put the Bitcoin in the slingshot and it's just waiting here. That's why that blue, where the Democrats were holding it back for this time for it to run. So as much as you guys like to say Democrats against Republicans, they're working together. They have to work together or our whole system would implode on itself, guys. They're working together. So the Democrats brought it back to wait for the Republicans to come in and to wait for the bull market. It wasn't the fact that it was really Republicans, it's the fact that cryptos run in cycles. The last cycle I think we had it was in 2021, right? And so it had to be purposefully withheld so that when it was time to sling the slingshot, that it would have a lot of power. And that's what we're seeing in the markets right now, particularly in the crypto space. We are seeing things showcase a lot of power. And the reason why it is showcasing power is simply because the more you hold something back, when you finally let it go, it shoots out, right? And that's even coming through in my drawing today. And I'm not giving financial advice, but I am picking up on some sort of rinse and repeat energy with Pepe. So this is not financial advice, but what a rinse and repeat is it just keeps going from a strong support line. If you take a look at this, where it says that little L in the 11 o'clock position above the circle where Pepe is, written. If you look at that red line going all the way through the circle, that was a support line, a strong support line that Pepe has. And what a strong support line means is that the price will more than likely not go past that support line. And so if this is true, if this holds, then that means a trader could find the range, right? Where there's a strong support and a strong resistance to go higher. And what a trader could do is to trade that range. So when it goes back towards this strong support, now mind you, sometimes, resistance becomes support, right? Or sometimes it will break through this strong support. And now what was once resistance will now become another support level. But what I'm seeing here is there is a rinse and repeat. So if you guys have been rinse and repeating this, let me know. I don't know if it has happened already or if people will start to do that in the future once this kind of settles, like maybe once this does kind of do its thing. Now I see up to 9x, but if you look at these stars, it doesn't mean that you will get the complete 9x because half of these stars are outside of the circle and the other half are inside. So in this basically was to mean to me, if I were to invest in Pepe, I would get the stars that were inside of my circle because that circle was representing me and that little square off to the right was representing the market, right? So I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would get, and then a few of them are kind of on the border. So roughly 5 to 6x, right? That is, if I were to invest, that is what this picture for me, this is my own subconscious mind, right? So this is what I'm getting. That is what would have happened, but guys, I never actually did get into Pepe. Oh my God, it's so funny. But anywho, and I hope you guys, I hope, you guys are in Pepe because that is amazing. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. But you can't buy everything, right? So that's that. But I think that may be all that I wanted to say, but this is not financial advice. Don't go running, don't go chasing. There's always going to be more opportunity, guys. And the one thing I do want to say about this wealth transfer, this is coming from someone I don't even, it's not like I know a lot about this stuff. I know a little bit, but one thing I can say about the wealth transfer is that if you have been doing the work, if you have been cleaning out deep soul tears and scars, this is the people that are going to get this wealth transfer. So really, for the people who are not really, have never really been into stocks, but some people are saying, oh, God told me to buy this crypto or that or whatever, because it is some of this stuff, as much as some of it is of the negative forces, some of it is also of light as well. If you are of light or just passed by, so thank you, Source, Spirit is with me. If you are of light, then you will get more light, guys. So for the people who've been doing work on themselves, don't worry. Your wealth transfer is coming. And even if you have not begun the work, once you do the work on yourself, I am telling you, the wealth is there. You don't have to even worry about it. You don't have to worry because the true currency is you. Once you clean yourself out internally, it ricochets throughout your entire life and it goes through like with a fine tooth comb. It starts to cleanse out people, places, things, behaviors, negative patterns. Because some of us have been stuck in these V patterns. Some of us have been stuck in descending triangles, right? Some of us are in ascending triangles, right? So the stock market, like I say, is spiritual. When I look at this stuff, guys, I'm looking with my spiritual eye. And my spiritual eye has not been wrong. And so I call it girl trading with spirit because spirit lets me know what is about to happen. And I get an inkling, even last week. And I don't even do crypto videos anymore because I don't like talking about money like that. People emailing me, people pocket watching me, and all this stuff. And, you know, it's to me, it's not that deep. But I did think that I would bring this to you because we are in the election energy. So it was coming through. Even the Republican win had actually already come through in that drawing. So that's why I thought I would bring this to you guys at this moment in time. I'm going to actually do a whole nother video. It's going to be a rant, guys, because I was ranting to a family member the other day. And even though I was kind of getting on them, they were like, this is what people need. People need someone to talk to them like this. And I never do rants. Girl, maybe I do. But it was a good rant. It was a good rant because it's time for us to clean up our financial house. Not just our financial house, but our spiritual house. Your spiritual house comes first. That's why I've been in isolation the past 2 years. And I've really been cleansing out the soul. And that's literally all I did, guys. I started to cleanse my soul out, and the market responded to me. And what I mean by that is Source responded. So as if I healed, Source started to take away debt. I got a whole story of how Source paid my bills, guys. It is pretty amazing. And this could happen to all of you guys once you truly, truly do the soul work. That's what's really needed and what we're really, truly being called to do. And once you do that, you don't have nothing to worry. You're going to always be okay. Even if I ever go down to my last dollar, I know more is coming and more always shows up. It always shows up because I'm the quantum currency. You are the quantum currency. I am the one moving the market. You are the one moving the market, your own market, because if you're not doing the work, Source is not going to line you up with the time to buy, the time to sell, none of that. When you get yourself in alignment with Source, alignment with the true prosperity, which lies inside, it's having a clean temple, mind, body, soul, spirit, consciousness, awareness. Once you do that, you're going to 9x, you're going to 10x. You truly, truly are. You are, guys. And so I'm going to leave you with that. And maybe I'll come back with my rant, come back with my manifestations about my 33-day fast, guys, which is big when I tell you about the manifestations. And I'm going to also come back with the timeline shift, right? About the election and how the election kind of switched timelines on us, guys. But I love you. I love you. I love you. And so it is as we walk together in divine love. Be well. Be well, guys. Bye.